Hi, this is Garvey Campbell, and you are watching Carnevale Network. We are on the Soca Sofa with
Valene Nedd.
Valene's come up to London to help us celebrate the 43rd year of Grenadian Independence. She performed last night, it was fantastic. But for the benefit of people who aren't familiar with who you are and what you do, could you just begin by telling them a little bit about who you are and where you're from?
I'm a singer-songwriter from Grenada.
Okay.
Yeah,
which part of Grenada are you from?
Big Parish, St. Andrews.
Okay. And is that what I know they've got like various areas over there where they have carnivals in Grenada. Is that one of it? Do they have their own carnival in that area or?
I wouldn't call it their own carnival.
Okay.
But we do celebrate the Juvies and the Pretty Mass and the Monday Night Mass in Big Parish, St. George's also. We have, two Juvies, Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Celebrated in, I think, all parishes.
Okay.
St. David's, not St. George's, I don't believe, but Sotes.
Yes.
Guave.
Yes, I've heard stories about Guave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you, when you take part in carnival, do you take part in your own area or do you sometimes go to one of the other?
Well, for Juvie, I love my Juvie.
Okay.
Yeah, St. George's on a Monday, and I decided to make Guave on the Tuesdays.
Okay.
Yeah, like from now on till.
So you mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to go to Saturdays on a Tuesday, but then I decided let me try Guave, and when I experienced Guave's Juvie, I was like, yeah, man.
You're selling it
I'm
to
going
me, man.
back. Yeah.
All right. So you live in Grenada.
Yeah.
Were you born there?
No, I was not.
Where were you born?
Trinidad.
Ah. Okay, so you were born in Trinidad. How long were you there for before you?
Spent 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
migrated to Grenada.
What was that like? Had you traveled to Grenada before, or
No?
Okay.
That was my first time.
Okay, so what was that like? Was it a bit of a culture shock, or did you fit right in, or?
No, honestly, it wasn't, because my mom is born Grenadian. My father's father is born Grenadian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So no problem there.
No problem.
So you did your schooling there
I finished schooling
in Trinidad.
Well, not in Trinidad. I finished my last year of secondary schooling in Grenada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So while we were doing some of our research, we read up that you actually started some of your singing in school. Yeah?
Yeah.
So when you did that, to a point, had you made your decision to take the path that you've taken already, or was
No.
it just... So how did the singing start for you?
Well, professionally, it started by doing background vocals, and that started in 2005.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I actually did like minor recordings before that, but it was not on a professional level.
Okay.
Yeah, so from 2005, I started doing background vocals, and then I cut a record. That same year, I got an opportunity to come to London to perform.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you make the leap from, the singing that you did before in school, etc., to going over to actually trying to making a career from it?
I always tell people it's like I was just slipped into it.
Okay.
I didn't have any time to make like a definite decision. Yes, this is what I want to do strictly, for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't about that back then.
So when did that change for you? And not just when, but in your own words, what created that change?
That kind of difficult to explain.
Okay.
Because how everything ran, 2005 I traveled. 2006 I traveled. 2007 I traveled.
So these are performances?
Yeah, performances.
Okay.
Hackney Empire, To the Rose. I can't remember the name of the other place that we performed in. Yeah. And then back home, we did small gigs.
Okay.
Yeah. And from that time, after that, I had my kids.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, took a time off, and then I was introduced to doing singing in hotels and stuff. So I used to go around and sing in the hotels.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but in between that time, I still used to do little recordings and stuff like that. Back then, when I listen to my recordings now, it's like, okay, you come a long way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, what would you say has been the greatest thing that has contributed to your improvement?
The
from then to now?
transition was made, you could say, in 2013.
Okay.
Because for me personally, I always used to tell myself, well, nobody ain't really taking me seriously when I'm doing soca. But the problem was production.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and 2013 was the first time they actually heard a soca song from me that was properly produced.
Who produced it?
Kevin Charles, he's from Union Island.
Okay.
They
Okay.
call him Static Productions.
Okay. I think I've heard the name.
Yeah, you probably heard of Static.
Okay.
Yeah. And I wouldn't even say from him, yes, I got the extra push, but Wetty Beats. I don't know if you know about Wetty Beats.
Yes. I know.
Did a project with him before Kevin.
Right.
But both of them close.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like I was placed in the right direction. And from there, everything just started going up slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with all of the traveling that you did, performing, did you see a difference in the reception that you got from people in Grenada from when you were performing at places like, Hackney Empire, etc.? Was there a difference, or would you say they're comparable?
Yeah, in some cases, I was well received across here.
Okay.
Yeah, standing ovation and stuff like that. But I wasn't really singing like soca. I did a mixed music.
Okay.
Soca, reggae, R&B.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, back home is like the same thing. Yeah.
Because I saw while we was doing some research, I think it was in 2011, and I saw a video of, it was just you and the guitarist,
Yeah.
and
Remy.
I was like, I think from all of the videos that and the music that I've heard from you so far, that was where I really got an idea of your voice, what your voice can do.
Yeah.
So, and it was an amazing performance.
Thank you.
I can't remember what it was for, but it was in 2011.
It was for, and that's the thing, I sometimes forget about all of these things until somebody reminds me.
Right.
Yeah. He's a guitarist from London, and we did some projects together whilst I was across here.
Okay.
That's Remy. Yeah.
Okay. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So have you taken any kind of formal music lessons, or is it just...
It's natural.
So no practice, nothing like that?
Yeah, well, obviously you must practice.
Okay.
And, I do my little research and stuff like that. There are a lot of music that I like, so obviously you're singing all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of music that you prefer to perform, or do you like to diversify quite a bit?
I love diversifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The people see, well, as far as I know, people seem to know you more as a soca
artist, yeah.
Have you collaborated with people who do other types of music?
If you want to talk about productions, yes.
Okay. Could you tell us about some?
I've done productions with people from Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done productions like reggae productions, dancehall productions, Dominica, sorry. Will St. Vincent.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm working with somebody now from Barbados. It types of shift from time to time. I've worked on a project with someone from Martinique.
Okay, I've been to Martinique. I actually checked out Martinique's Carnival. That's cool.
I've worked with Boston Bim from France, I believe. They do a lot of reggae projects and stuff.
Okay.
So I had an opportunity to work with them on a compilation CD with artists like J Boog and Sizzler, and I was the only female, so I felt great about it. Conscience was also on that rhythm.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how? Obviously, I don't know because I'm not in the music industry. How do those collaborations come about? Is that something where you reach out to people, or?
I did some reaching out. Social media does it. Back then, I used to post a lot of videos.
Okay, on your Facebook
On my
page?
Facebook page. I used to
Okay.
post a lot of videos, and through that, people would contact me, send rhythms and stuff, say, okay, they want to work with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Do you have any collaborations coming up that we can...
I'm
maybe
not
keep an
saying
eye- All right, okay. Okay, good answer.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get a little bit more about your background. Can you tell us a little bit about your family? They seem to support you quite a bit in what you do, from
Yes,
what
they
we've
do.
seen.
Yes, they
Can you
do.
tell us a little bit about your family and your family background? And
I have 2 sisters.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a brother in Trinidad.
hey,
Yeah, we recently found out that. That's a long story.
Okay,
So,
no problem.
yeah. I have twin boy and girl.
twins. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, live with my mom. We live as a family.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Your children, they must be proud of.
Yes, they are.
Okay, do we have any budding artists coming from that direction? 'Cause I only say that because I see a lot of, when I speak to artists, DJs as well, a lot of the children are obviously looking up to their parents,
Yes,
seeing.
my daughter.
Oh, okay.
My
so
daughter.
what is she singing? Is she singing or?
She's singing. She wants to be like her mom.
Okay.
She can't wait to grow up,
All right.
to dress like her mom.
How are you dealing with that? Are you?
Yeah, I try my best to balance it off.
Okay.
It's a challenge because, it's twins.
Yes.
Yeah, but I do try my best to balance
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So I was dabbling around on your Facebook page. I saw, I think it's one of your latest tunes, Ride It.
Yeah.
Fantastic tune.
Thank you.
In your own words, how would you describe the soca music that you produce? What expression comes from you and that you put into soca music that gives it its unique feel?
Personally, vibes,
Okay.
inspiration. It's kind of difficult to explain.
Okay.
People always ask me, well, where you get that idea from? It's kind of hard to explain where I do get my ideas from.
Right, okay.
Sometimes just a little bang bang
Okay.
on a rhythm will just introduce some ideas to me.
Okay.
I do most of my writing, so
Right.
yeah, most of the stuff that I do, it comes from inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems as though self-expression through your music seems as though it's a big driving force behind your music.
Yes, it is.
Are you able to articulate where that comes from? Because people obviously pull their inspiration from different places, but you seem to pull it from inside. That's what seems to come across.
Yeah.
Even though some of the tunes and the music that you perform can be different,
Yes.
there's something about it that seems as though it's more about self-expression and you putting across who you are, being authentic.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? How important is that to you? Like,
In total, being yourself is very important.
okay,
The thing is, not everybody will appreciate you being who you are.
Okay.
But I prefer to be myself rather than emulating somebody else.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Do you think that there are a lot of artists out there at the moment, or a number of artists out there who perhaps aren't being authentic in how they put themselves across?
You could say.
The reason why I asked that is that it's entertainment and it's a business.
Yeah, yeah.
So you, from my perspective, you do sometimes kind of need a little bit. You sometimes need a little bit of both.
Yes, you do.
So people need to they buy into the artist and they
Yes.
buy into, to a point, the lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
And the lifestyle is where a lot of the time people who aren't familiar with the culture, that's what they latch onto. They actually latch onto the lifestyle first and then find out about the artist afterwards.
It's true.
So the fact that you place a high regard on the authentic side of it,
Yeah.
I find it's to a point, it's rare but valuable, because people need to understand that the artists that we've got, they are people too.
Yeah.
They're people too with families,
Yes.
etc. So
Yeah.
Love that. I'm going to move on. How close, going from self-expression, how close is the music that you write attached to a feeling or a situation that you've experienced personally?
You want me to kind of break it down for you?
Please.
I could give an example with Not a Saint.
Okay.
Not a Saint, Not a Saint was a song that was inspired by the way people think about me in terms of how I would perform and stuff.
I watched that video.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people more know me for like the stand-up singer singing reggae and singing R&B, but not too much on the soca side.
Okay.
And I wanted people to know that, hey, I could do soca too.
Right.
And I'm not a saint. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to make a statement.
Just so that they know.
So they know.
Yeah, this is,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I watched the video. I was like, okay.
Simple.
Yeah.
I didn't want it too raunchy.
Yeah,
as a first timer.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple. And
you had, if I remember correctly, you had a little girl who must have come up and was saying,
yeah, she wanted to be like me. But she always saying that.
Yes.
Yeah, she's always saying that. So I had to put her in the video.
Yeah, that's important. Obviously, you get people who are following you.
Yes.
And at the same time, you need to obviously let them know that, you can follow what I'm doing, but be yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. How would you describe being a female in what today is still pretty much a male-dominated industry in terms of the soca scene and music?
Sometimes you have to kind of like develop a kind of masculine attitude.
Okay.
In order for you to get through certain things, because we already know. It's like a broken record. We already know that the males are dominant.
Yes.
They probably would forever be dominant. But at the same time, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you want.
Okay.
And just go with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so I warned you earlier that I've got a curveball question for you. You don't have to answer this one. While we was doing our research, we saw a video on YouTube, and it was, if I remember correctly, it was about a boat ride with a DJ on there. And I saw you with it. I think it was a cheese grater and some garlic, and I was like, "That's deep." It was big though.
Yeah.
Are you able to tell us about that situation, or is that something that you'd want to?
The thing is with me, I am a person, I like to just say it as it is.
No, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I said it as it is. The thing is, you have to experience certain things in order for you to understand. And people will talk. People always talk and say negative stuff about people.
Yes.
But then when it happens to you, how do you deal with it?
Yes.
So I had to just deal with it one time and get it off my chest.
It was direct. There
yeah,
was no,
and that was it.
It was cool because there was no politics about it. It was done.
Yeah,
I got the impression that it was put out, and as from your perspective,
yes, from my perspective,
it's done.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. Wicked video. I'm not going to tell people where to look for that here, but wicked. I'm
sure they will look for it. And through that, I was able to create a song.
What song was that?
Read the Garlic.
Okay. I'm gonna
yeah,
look it
you
up.
can research that song.
I'm gonna look it up. So, are there any soca artists out there, past or present, that you would say that you kind of look up to, perhaps, or draw inspiration from?
Yeah.
Could you name a few?
Destra, I look up to her.
Okay.
She's a very strong woman in the business. Patrice Roberts.
Yes.
Doing her thing for so much years. And she's still there doing her thing.
Yeah.
Nadia Batson. Love her writing skills.
Yep. And she's doing a lot of different things.
Yes, she's doing a lot of different things.
Businesses.
Yes.
She's getting involved in Carnevale.
Yeah. Apart from soca, Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All inspirational, strong women.
Yes. Yeah.
In the music scene.
Yeah.
So, if you were to give advice to any women who are interested in getting into soca music, since you've walked the walk, what advice?
And I'm still walking the walk, and I'm still trying to break that barrier.
Yes.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to, because we've got women over here as well who are working towards putting themselves out there as soca artists. What advice would you give them?
The thing is perseverance.
Okay.
You have to have a good drive. You have to be self-motivated, and you have to surround yourself with people who are willing to see you go further than. Yeah? If you surround yourself with people who don't want you to see going anywhere, you would never go anywhere. And you have to be strong in this business as a woman. You have to be strong.
Okay.
You have to.
How do you tell the difference sometimes in terms of the right people to surround yourself with? Because sometimes that can be
difficult.
Yeah.
But you can always tell.
Okay.
I sometimes deal with energy. Yeah, deal with energy with people and stuff. Sometimes you might have conversations with people and you realize, well, okay, that person is not for you. They don't need to be in your circle.
Right.
And that's just how it is. Yeah.
And you deal with them, and as from what I've seen, you deal with them direct. No.
Yeah, direct.
Okay.
But I could tell and I could say that I'm very professional. There are people that may not favor me, but we might still have to work together.
Yes.
And I'll work with them.
Yes.
I have no problem with that. Because it comes with the territory. Yeah.
So you're able to separate.
Yes.
The personal,
Yeah.
Perfect. Where would you like to see yourself in an ideal world in 10 years' time?
In 10 years' time?
Yeah.
Dominating all over.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just dominating. I told somebody a time that if I could reach as far as Mars, because we always being asked that question, where do you see yourself?
Yes.
Where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
You know, I see myself just performing all over.
Okay.
You know, maybe working with other artists. Possibly learning how to produce.
Okay.
Yes.
Take note, people.
Getting actively involved in that, because I do have a lot of ideas. Most of my vocals and thing I put together for myself.
Yes.
Yeah, I do everything basically for myself. Yeah.
Have you written for any other artists at all?
I've tried writing and venting for people.
Okay.
I've lent ideas, you know, give her 2 lines here and there, basically, but nothing on a large scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I want to talk a little bit about Grenadian Independence, because we do have quite a large amount of people who aren't familiar with Grenada, its carnival, its culture. You know, the closest they've got maybe is looking at Notting Hill Carnival on TV.
Is it?
Yeah, unfortunately. What does the celebration of Grenada's independence look like in Grenada? I mean, over here, we the closest we get and the most we get is actually an event like the one you performed at last night, and obviously we take full advantage of it when opportunities like that come up. But what does the celebration of Grenada's independence look like in Grenada itself?
Back in Grenada, you could see we are very patriotic. You know, you see a lot of colors all over the place.
Right, a lot of the red, golds and greens.
Yeah, painted all over.
Okay.
We have big celebrations in the National Stadium. Yeah.
Okay.
And listen, we are living in a social networking world.
Yes,
where
nowadays,
you can Google stuff. If you want to find out information about Grenada, it's so easy. Yeah, so easy to find out about us.
If you were to convince someone who hasn't been to Grenada before, how would you convince them to come in and check out and visit the island?
Hello. Oil down.
Okay. Wait. So I know what you're talking about. Can you just tell them what oil down is?
Well, for
Listen
somebody,
close.
hold on, I will be very, very honest. For somebody who has never cooked an oil down,
Okay.
yeah, I've never.
Okay.
But
Honest.
we have the breadfruit, we have the dasheen, we have we'll mix up saffron, callaloo, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. What else? Land of the jab jab.
Okay.
And if
what
you
is
realize, black
Okay,
oil.
okay,
And if you
okay.
realize, a lot of people have been playing that now. Yeah.
that? Okay.
Different islands starting to get involved in this jab jab.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got over here for Notting Hill. We've got a Juve morning.
Is it?
But I have to admit, like at the moment, it looks like the best part of it is when the Grenadians come down.
Of course.
And they just, I think the funniest thing I saw was these guys who hooked up They hooked up a laptop with some speakers on a shopping cart, because for Juve Morning they don't allow amplified sound, so we have steel pan music.
Okay.
But these guys were rocking some hard Grenadian soca, and everyone was just moving with this small. It was crazy, but it was fun. It was wicked. Check out Juve Morning in Notting Hill. Make sure. So, if I was coming to Grenada, are there any special or regular events that we could find you performing at if we come over there?
Well, usually everything is like pre-booked before.
Okay.
So, well, we have the Carnival season. You know, it's like the biggest.
That's like in August.
Yeah, in August. Yeah. Christmas is something that we hold to our heart.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're coming to Grenada, we have our lovely beaches. Our warm, friendly people.
Okay.
Cannot get away from that.
Okay.
There's something always exciting, you know, when you visit Grenada.
Okay.
We have Guave, Fish Friday and stuff like that.
Okay.
We have Carnival coming up.
Yes. Plenty.
Hello. And it's growing. Yeah, and then we have Petit Martinique.
Out of interest, so Petit Martinique is a I've never been an island. I have to admit ignorance on this. It's another island off the coast.
Yes, yeah.
What can you tell us about it?
I can't really tell you much. I've only been there once.
Okay.
Yeah, just to drop off.
Okay.
But it's a small island. Yeah.
But a beautiful one.
Beautiful. Very beautiful.
Okay, so we've learned quite a bit. Before we close out, is there anything that you can tell us that you've got like coming up? You've been over here, you've performed. What's in the near future for Valene?
Just continuing to make music.
Okay.
I have a performance coming up in Carriacou very soon, and also in Petit Martinique very soon. Anything after that will be updated. And if you want to contact me, Valene Nedd, Valene Nedd Artist on Instagram, Valene Fia on Twitter, Valene Nedd. I'm very, very easy to find.
Okay. So I hope you've enjoyed the interview with Valene. We've learned quite a bit about Grenada and its culture. Hopefully it won't be too long before we see you again on these shores. Okay, cool. If you enjoyed this interview, like, share, comment, subscribe to our YouTube page. Hit the little bell at the bottom of the page so you can be made aware of any new videos that we've got coming up. Check us out on social media. Make sure you visit our website. You've been watching Garvey Campbell with Valene Nedd on the Soca Sofa, and we'll see you next time. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Carnevale Network, on Twitter at CarnevaleNet, and check out our website, carnevalenetwork.co.uk.